Afghan!
It's almost!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good...
Hi, you're watching Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get the show started. On the show today, the Women's World Cup is less than a month away and it grabbed all the eyeballs after the ICC announced a whopping prize money for the women in this edition, a 297% increase from the last time and a prize money more than the men's event. Great on paper, fabulous, but where are the tickets? And is that the only misstep that this announcement seems to be sheltering? Afghanistan is battling stringent and regressive measures and natural disasters, but in all of this, there seems to be one glimmer of hope coming from miles away in the UK, where a group of Afghan footballers are training hard under a FIFA directive, something that they cannot do in their own country. Can this team survive the Taliban's gaze? And the most shocking courtside incident that has the internet up in arms took place at the US Open. A man unapologetically snatched away an autographed cap from a kid, leaving the child in tears. The player came to know of this days later and did something remarkable. Wait to know more of this, but first a look at the headlines.
Starting with cricket, South Africa's Matthew Breitsker has become the first player to score 550-plus scores in first 5 matches. The opener achieved this feat in South Africa's 5-run win over England in the second ODI. His 85 powered South Africa to 355 in the first innings. In reply, England were restricted to 325. South Africa now leads the 3-match series 2-0. Samoa gets major boost for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Former New Zealand cricketer Ross Taylor will come out of retirement to represent the country at the qualifiers next month. Taylor's mother, Lotte, was born in Samoa. With 450 matches across all formats, Taylor has played most matches for New Zealand. In tennis, the women's singles US Open finalists have been confirmed. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka entered her 6th consecutive hardcourt final. She beat Jessica Pegula 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. She will now face Amanda Anisimova, who knocked out tournament favourite Naomi Osaka 6-7, 7-6, 6-3. On to football now. Lionel Messi starred in Argentina's 3-0 World Cup qualifier win over Venezuela. Messi scored a brace in front of a packed crowd. The match was branded as Messi's last game for Argentina in Argentina. Following the win, Messi casted doubts over his World Cup participation next year. Summing it up with WNBA, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has been ruled out for the rest of the season due to an injury. Clark has already missed significant matches this season due to a right groin strain. Fevers, with 20 losses, are 8th in the points table.
ICC is gearing up for what they call the grandest Women's World Cup. The promotion is big, the publicity even bigger, and the prize pool a staggering $13.8 million. Yes, more than what the 2023 Men's World Cup winner took home. On paper, it looks like a super move to put men's and women's cricket on the same pedestal, on equal footing, isn't it? But you have to ask, is this really progress or is it just a cover-up? The 2025 edition has been branded as the biggest Women's World Cup ever. The stage is seemingly perfect. India and Sri Lanka as hosts, India as the focal point, a cricket-mad nation, the men's side a global giant, the women's team ready to strike back at their rivals. This should be the moment for ICC to cash in and catapult women's cricket to the next level. Instead, the preparations are a mess. Last month, a major venue shift. Bengaluru's matches moved to Navi Mumbai, another city. Why? Because the Karnataka State Cricket Association failed to secure police clearance for the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. A decision that came in the shadow of the deadly RCB stampede where 11 lives were lost. Now, yes, to be fair, ICC and BCCI couldn't control the venue issue. Bengaluru is a proud cricket city. The passion is real here. There is a strong support for the women's team too. It would have been special and perfect for the city to host these matches. ICC and BCCI till the end tried their best to make it happen. But even if you accept the venue change, how do you explain the ticketing? Once venues were locked in, the first priority should have been getting the tickets to go out on sale. This isn't a local series, this is a World Cup. Fans from Europe, Australia, even America, they all need time to plan their travel. No tickets, no plans. And no plans means no fans. And that, for women's cricket, is a big blow. Instead of fixing this urgent issue, what did the ICC do? Announced a 297% increase in the prize pool from the 2022 edition. On paper, it looks great. The question is simple. If this was the Men's World Cup, would tickets still be a mystery? Of course not. Look at FIFA. The 2026 Men's Football World Cup is more than a year away. And guess what? Tickets go on sale next week. The ICC seems to think prize money announcement can play the cloak to cover the other missteps. And that's why this is bigger than just one event. Equal prize money means nothing if equal planning and execution is missing. Women's cricket doesn't need performative headlines. It needs real infrastructure, real organization and real priority. Because in the end, it's not prize money alone that will fill stadiums, it's people, and that's who need to be targeted too. And without them, the fans, even the grandest World Cup, will feel empty. Afghanistan just cannot catch a break, so it would seem. It's one blow after the other dealt by the Taliban regime that has been brutal, particularly on certain sporting teams, or the earthquake that has shaken the nation and its people. But one group of sportspersons far away from home are quietly and determinedly working to try and bring some respite to their beleaguered country. FIFA seems to have taken one strong step towards getting Afghan women athletes a voice and an identity. Thousands of kilometers away in the UK, a group of gritty girls who fled Kabul are training under the banner of Afghan refugees. Is this the start to the tide turning for a section of Afghanistan's athletes? A report.
Sports in Afghanistan is fighting for survival. Men's cricket still continues, but even that takes place outside the country. Everything else banned by the Taliban, citing religious reasons. The biggest casualty, women's sport shut down. Dreams crushed, athletes silenced. But thousands of kilometers away from Kabul, in England, a new chapter is being written. A group of Afghan women refugees have found their freedom again through football. They're not just playing a game, they're reclaiming their identity. FIFA has stepped in, organizing an IT camp for Afghan refugee women athletes. It's more than just a camp, it's the start of a new era. An era where women who were forced to burn their shirts now wear them with pride.
Basically, when we hear the Taliban took over the country and we've got a message that who are playing football, they're in danger and they're in risk. And also the founder of the Girl Power, and she sent a message. She basically published it in social media on her platform, and she said, burn your football shirts or all trophy that you have. Because
4 years on, the same athletes are stronger than ever. They are no longer just refugees who fled to survive. They are symbols of resistance, role models, pioneers.
So this is the shirt from Afghan women's national team. It's our jersey, and every time when I look at this jersey, and I'm telling myself, when I play, I'm not playing only for myself. I'm playing for all the women and girls who told to be silent.
This is more than a refugee story. It is Taliban versus the athletes. The regime tried to crush women's rights. They banned sports, banned education, banned expression. But what they could not ban was the spirit of these athletes. And football isn't alone. Cricket has also raised its flag. Australia has given a sanctuary to over 20 Afghan women cricketers and their families. More than 120 people were saved through humanitarian visas arranged with the help of women cricketers. And they aren't just surviving, They are playing competitively, carrying the Afghan flag high. Earlier this year, they played their first game and they didn't just compete but won hearts. The homes of these women were taken away by the Taliban, but sport has given them a new kingdom. And inside that kingdom, they aren't just fighters, they are queens. Queens who aren't playing for survival anymore. They are playing for supremacy. The anger, the frustration, the heartbreak has been transformed into purpose. With the Afghan flag on their jersey, a smile on their face, and a dream to go higher, they have turned sport into a new weapon of resistance. This is the reality today. Taliban wanted to erase women's sport, but women's sport has become the face of resistance against the Taliban. These Afghan athletes are showing the world that while a regime can ban games, it can never ban hope. They're writing a new playbook, one where women who were once told to burn their dreams are now lighting a torch for the future generations. And every match they play, every jersey they wear, is a message to the Taliban. You can silence voices, but you cannot kill spirit.
The US Open this year has been quite the newsmaker, from on-court spats and tantrums to off-court drama in press conferences. But the story today is around you, the fan, the young kids out there who have been thronging sporting arenas like the Flushing Meadows to watch your favorites. Even get lucky and get an autograph signed perhaps, or a photograph clicked. These are core memories that could inspire you or your children to get on the other side someday. But what happens when someone rips that away from you or your child, and unapologetically as well? A young kid was handed a signed cap by a player, only for the cap to be snatched away instantly by a man right next to him. The player didn't realize this as he got pulled into signing more autographs. The man, meanwhile, refused to return the cap, leaving the kid in tears. But guess what? This story actually blew up, to the man himself being exposed, and this news reaching that player who did the unthinkable. The next report has the lowdown.
America's CEOs and getting caught on camera, it's becoming a trend. Two CEOs, two very different meltdowns, all in just 3 months. First, back in June, the astronomer CEO who was caught on a kiss cam with a co-worker at a Coldplay concert. The footage went viral. The internet had a field day. And now, enter the Polish paving company CEO Piotr Czerek, not on a kiss cam, but at the US Open. And this time it wasn't a scandal with a co-worker. It was him snatching an autographed cap straight from a young fan. A CEO stealing a kid's memorabilia. You would expect a little more composure, right? But when it comes to sports fandom, even the bosses lose their cool. Here's what went down. At a US Open singles game, Polish player Kamil Majchrzak was signing autographs. After a gritty match, he handed over a signed cap. The natural assumption? It was for the young fan right in front of him. But before the kid could clutch his dream moment, Czerek, in full CEO mode, reached in, snatched the cap and kept it, leaving the young fan heartbroken. But here's the thing about big events. The cameras catch everything. And here's the thing about the internet. It never forgets. The entire cap-snatching moment was broadcast in HD, shared online, and played on loop until everyone knew the face of the man who ruined a kid's day. The backlash was instant. Fans were outraged. Memes were everywhere. The CEO initially kept quiet. But as the video exploded online and his name made headlines, he had no choice but to apologize.
I take full responsibility for my extremely poor judgment and hurtful actions. It was never my intent to steal away a prized memento from the young fan. Regardless of what I believed was happening, the actions I took hurt the young boy and disappointed the fans.
Safe to say, Czerek probably won't be lining up for autographs anytime soon. And it's not just him being careful. Players are learning too. Iga Świątek, the tennis superstar, has now started pointing clearly to which fan she's handing autographs, so there's no room for CEO interceptions. But the best part of this story is how it ended. The video didn't just reach the internet, it reached the player himself. Kamil Majchrzak found out what happened and decided to fix it. He reached out to the boy's family. He personally met the young fan, and this time, no snatching, no drama, just pure sportsmanship. He gave the boy a new signed cap and took photos to make it a memory worth keeping. So yes, this CEO drama had a happy ending. The boy didn't just get his cap back. He got a story he'll be telling for years about how a celebrity player came back just for him. And as for the CEO, well, let's just say he's now the face of what not to do at a tennis match. And sometimes the internet will make sure you learn that the hard way.
Time for Last Serve. We take you to Switzerland, where Austrian athlete Peter Salzmann has broken the speed record of wingsuit base jump. At 347 kilometers per hour, you have the fastest crashing man here. Take a look. That wraps it up here on Firstpost this week. Have a lovely weekend. And of course, do keep watching Firstpost for all coverage of everything in the world of sport.